Chop the nuts, pound the dough, bake it up, nice and slow.
My name is Nancy Ludden. I am the director.
Toledo Surprise.
Now sell it!
Hit the peak.
Quick synopsis of the show. We have a gentleman who's called the Man in Chair, who starts the show out reminiscing about various musicals and his feeling and take on musical theater. And then he finally settles on this show that has a little special place in his heart, which he reveals during the course of the production.
Don't let it, it's a snap. Try it, folks. Whip your whites, split your yolks. Then you got a Splendido. Toledo Surprise.
The show's title is The Drowsy Chaperone. And he goes through and begins to describe the various players in the show. And it sort of wraps up with this idea of a actress who's getting married.
Oh, what's going on here?
Kitty, I'm developing a new act.
Toledo Surprise.
And the whole idea is that she's not supposed to see her husband before she actually marries.
It's for you, Kitty, and these boys are your backup dancers.
Backup dances? Holy cats! What? That's what Toledo does to my libido. Good? Yes, indeed. Oh, sugary yum yum.
So the chaperone is drowsy because she's a little tipsy, and she's supposed to keep Janet from seeing Robert, which of course fails immensely.
Squeeze the cream, grease the pan, lick the spoon, flip the plan. Makes you bust your tuxedo. Toledo Surprise!
She ends up seeing Robert. There's some mix-ups along the way. Weddings are called off, weddings are back on, and before you know it, we start with one ending and end with four.
Aldalfo, he make announcement. Wedding is off.
What? For the love of God, why?
Aldalfo has made love to the bride.
So, but it's a hilarious travel along the way. And of course, we learn a lot about musical theater, and it kind of brings back the fun of the genre.
That is not the bride, you idiot! That is the chaperone!
You know, you're sitting in the audience laughing and crying and singing along because the songs are catchy, and you just find yourself caught up in this little world in this man's apartment as various characters crawl through the refrigerator or fly in on airplanes.
I couldn't help it, Janet. She was just like you, only French.
Sweet mother of pearl!
We haven't done a show in 4 years here at Start High School. I remember seeing Guys and Dolls here when I first started teaching here 14 years ago. And they used to do shenanigans. So Start had a rich history of musical theater. When I started here, that's all we did was musical theater. And there was that small cluster of people that wanted to do theater but was afraid of the musical. We're not doing this again without the proper team. And this year, we had that team because Mr. Duras, Rob Duras, came to Start High School. And one of the students, Justin Doherty, actually mentioned it to him. And he came into my classroom one day, and we spent the entire class period talking about it. And the next thing I know, the ball was rolling. So by divine intervention, it was meant to happen. And so here we are.
Here we go.
Drop the nuts, pound the dough, bake it up, nice and slow. You got a Toledo, Toledo Surprise. Then you got a Toledo, you got a Toledo, you got a Toledo, you got a Toledo, you got a Toledo.
I am very excited. Now that I'm starting to see things come together, the way, you work on pieces, your own little individual pieces, and then when you start to sew it together, you start to see this quilt happen, and that quilt becomes the canvas of the show. And I'm getting really excited about it.
My name is Katie. I play Janet Van de Graaff.
It's Janet, it's Janet, it's Janet Van de Graaff.
In my mind, Janet is this very flamboyant girl. She knows everybody is staring at her. I'm here, look at me. I am Janet Van de Graaff, you know me.
I'm Janet, Janet Van de Graaff, here to marry Robert Martin.
My favorite song is the bride's lament where she's doing the monkey, monkey, monkey. I just love that, the words and everything. It's just so fun to sing. I think it's hilarious, just like how people act and whatnot. And it's very cute and it's very exciting. And I love to just dance with them. I love rehearsing. I love coming here. I made so many new friends. I've gotten to know people. I'm learning a role. I'm learning how to be somebody else entirely. I love musicals to death, and I always get so excited. Oh, they're gonna sing. They're gonna have this really beautiful song, and I'm gonna sing along with it.
Almost happening. What is happening?
My name is Emily Waldvogel. My title is Student Director. Well, the show is really exciting because it just offers so many classic Broadway, like stereotypical musical numbers, cheesy plot, and occasionally it's good to bring back the classics.
A wedding, hooray! Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, a wedding, a wedding.
My favorite part of the whole show would have to be the big group numbers. I love Toledo Surprise.
Then you got a Splendido. Toledo Surprise.
Toledo Surprise is actually what it's called. It's a whole history thing. It has to do with Prohibition. Toledo Surprise is the big main dance number. My favorite part of being a student director is being able to put my creativity and my thoughts into this. I want to do this, and being able to, watch this production grow and knowing I'm a huge part of it. There's a lot of teamwork involved. I'm definitely still slowly working on putting all these together and forming good leadership skills. Greatest challenge has been just keeping everything organized. When you have so many people and so many things, sets, props, whatever, to be organized, just holding it all together. People should come see the show because it's so exciting. It's definitely something old and new at the same time. It's absolutely hilarious. I laugh every time. It's just something new, exciting, and yet classic. So everyone should come see this show.